Hi, my name is Kellen. I'm a junior here at USF, and I'm a criminology major, a deaf studies minor, and a linguistics minor.
Hi, my name is Tatiana. I'm hard of hearing and I'm studying for ASL Interpreting.
So now that we know that there's not a shutdown and there was no official statement confirming a shutdown, we do know that there are going to be changes. So can you just tell us a little bit about that?
Well, at the beginning, when they wanted to shut down the program, we started to feel frustrated, but especially for other deaf and hard of hearing who felt whoa, hold on, we have to fight for it. And then later on, right after we have fight for it, now they kind of decide okay, fine, let's just keep it, because that whole deaf and hard of hearing people who came and other people supported, they chose that, and it's oh, okay, we understand how they feel if we have shut down. So from now that it hasn't been shutting down, but I'm just glad that it didn't, because there's so many deaf and hard of hearing in this world that need interpreter or people support them. So that's why I'm just glad that we kept it and not shutting down forever.
Yeah, it didn't feel like obviously I'm hearing and I'm not currently in the interpreting program, but I have taken all of my ASL classes here at USF, and it didn't feel like they really advised or asked the deaf and hard of hearing community. They didn't go to the Florida Association of the Deaf. They didn't try to ask for help on how maybe they could change. From our perspective, it was okay, we haven't been increasing our numbers enough. We haven't had enough people go through the program to really show that there's enough progress to make it meaningful or important. And from our perspective of you know being students, that was really scary and frustrating to be well, why why would you even try to make changes? Why not try to improve it? And we saw the ASL Bulls had faded away. That's the club here at USF, and the living learning community for people who were in the interpreting program had faded away. There were a lot of things that were starting to really not be a thing anymore that were years ago. And fortunately, through the protest, the ASL Bulls came back, and we have been able to advocate and support the program's continuance here. So yeah.
Last February, there was a protest held at the USF Tampa campus in regards to the possible shutdown and the rumors revolving around it. Would you like to share some information about that and student responses?
So when we heard about this shutdown, that word shutdown, people who especially the deaf and hard of hearing or other people who supported, their reaction and their comments were really upset and frustrated to hear why USF shutting down if this is the most popular deaf studies here on campus, that people still interested in study ASL interpreter or deaf culture or general related to deaf. So especially for me, because I'm hard of hearing, I can feel that emotional and frustrating, because obviously if you're shutting down, it feels like you guys are avoiding us and not participating in a family at yourself. And it's there's many deaf and hard of hearing or general people want to study interpreter or deaf, so their reaction and my reaction as well were really frustrating. We work hard to fight for it and kind of tell them dome and like show like many deaf people that came in line. We were like telling them like their stories and like their experience and how they feel like being bored and being annoyed and stuff like that. So that's just something like I'm glad that the program does, but their reaction was terrible. Like mine was awful because I was like really upset and like what's going on? So when I step out up front, like telling the dean, obviously I like show my emotions and I show like my frustration because there's so many stuff in the world. Like we get more avoided and annoyed than hearing people, so that's why it's just like important to keep this program. It's just really annoying.
Yeah, we knew that like when it came out that they were possibly shutting down or making changes that we had to take a stand and say something, and the like people who showed up that were deaf or hard of hearing got the opportunity, like Tata said, to speak and like explain to the dean that, you know, what you're doing is going to like harm people and going to have negative effects on the community, and so that was a really integral part of the protest, because I don't think that the dean necessarily understood or knows the culture, so it can kind of, I feel like Tata said, give the emotions and show that it really is important. We made signs, we got together and made signs, and then like I said, a lot of the members of the deaf community and a member of the FAD, the Florida Association of Deaf, they showed up and supported us because they knew that it was something that we had to stand up for. So yeah.
And I wanted to ask something like to Joe, because I'm glad that they don't like decided to shut down, because before I used to like go to this technical school where like they refused to have a deaf student there. So that's why it's been really hard for a deaf, or to me, such as that too, like European. So it's like glad that the USF like understood the situation and understood like, oh, like wow, okay, I understand now, like we're gonna keep this program, because other universities, I mean technically in technical schools, like they don't understand like what I've been through. So it's just like really glad that many deaf people came and other people supported and understand what, and I'm just really happy.
All right, so next I just want to talk about the importance of having an in-person program, because as of right now, the only other 4-year program is at UNF, which is completely virtual. So if you can go ahead and just share with us your experiences with the in-person program.
In-person program, I love it because it's for deaf, hard of hearing, or any like hearing people who want to like study interpreter. It's really amazing to be in person because you can get to socialize and practice with like teachers like showing you learning more better in class, because online, if this was shut down and I go to a different 4-year university, they have it but only online, it would be difficult, because obviously it's just really not learning mostly. It's just like online and then you just read or like practice, but it's not in person where you can socialize. And for me, I prefer more socializing than online. But yeah.
For me, I took ASL 1 and 2 online because I started here during COVID, and that was very difficult for me. It was very hard to really understand more than just like signing words, not really like the culture and like the importance of like your facial expressions and different things like that, because you weren't getting direct feedback from somebody, or you weren't like having a conversation with somebody. It was, okay, I'm gonna record myself signing, and then maybe my teacher will say like, good job, or something like that. So I didn't feel like I could progress, I guess. And then when I started taking, like when I took in-person ASL 3 and 4 and Structure of American Sign Language, those classes were amazing, and I progressed a lot faster, having one, a deaf teacher, and two, just being able to understand better all the different pieces that go into ASL, just besides, you know, using your hands to, you know, communicate. It's more than that. So
although the thing like when I first went to like ACT, where it's online because of COVID, obviously since I already know signs, but now that I've been doing in person, it's like a lot of like information like you would never knew, like, but that's how you sign it, but like it's really like not, and it's just like, oh, I learned something, so it's better in person than online. And online was tough because you only just sign in and submit it and get feedback from what the teacher, like getting from feedback from teachers, but really like you're not socializing or practicing or like, you know. And I'm really glad that we have this like here in campus has like this like ASL board that people can go and like socialize and like learn signs if they want to learn. And I'm just like, it's better in person than just online. That's